Hi, what's up? RoXHD here, and today is the start of the Slime World Fantasy event, RoX's first anime collaboration event with the popular anime called That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime. And we'll explore the event details in this video, and as well as some of my first impressions and thoughts of the event. Okay, to give you an overview, there are 6 content which we can consume based on the Slime World Wonderland UI, each one representing a character from the anime. First is Rimuru on the Fantasy World Gate, which is a roll a dice game which I will go a bit in depth later in the video. What I can say is the main content for this event. This is where you can get coins to purchase rewards like costume and MVP cards from the crossover event, and later I'll talk about the MVPs included here as well. But essentially the Fantasy World Gate's goal is to land into specific spots that will give you chests and minigames to get coins, which in return you would exchange for the cards and the costumes, and as well as completing as much cycles or laps around the map as you can. Next is Ragnarok. This is more of a server-wide collaboration where it is encouraged to finish as many cycles or laps as possible so everyone on the server can get these rewards. Basically, if you are in a healthy mix of free-to-play players and whales in a server, you're in a much better shape, as the whales will pretty much complete a lot more laps than the free-to-play players. Next is Shion with her Otherworld Trial. This is similar to the Creatura Summer Vacation, where you need to finish some quests listed every day, and the maximum reward here is 30 dice, which you would then use into Rimuru's Fantasy World Gate. This 30 dice, if you're lucky enough, is more than enough to give you a wrap around that map. So if you're a free-to-play player, make sure you complete this daily. Next is Shizu's Excellent Student Shizu, which is basically a leaderboard kind of content. There is no in-game tooltip yet saying what the rewards are in terms for the rankings, but it will be based on the number of cycles or laps you've completed in Rimuru's Fantasy World Gate. Next is Shuna. So this is a non-F2P content where you can skip all the trouble of doing the Fantasy World Gate and quickly purchase one of the many costume rewards. You can get 10 gold and silver coins, plus gender-exclusive costume and headgear. Unique mechanic here is, this is the first time I see this on any game wherein you can purchase the rally pack at the max price right now, and as more and more people purchase it, the cost gets lower. And for people who purchase it at the max price, RoX will return you in terms of diamonds the difference between those two. So let's say if you bought it for 99 USD and the ending price became 10 USD, RoX will convert the 89 USD difference to diamonds. Lastly would be Milim Demon Lord's Castle, where you will get time-limited headgears, costume, and of course the coveted rank amount depending on the number of cycles you've completed. They've also added 2 new event MVP and Mini Storm Dragon, which drops all the gold equips from all of the other regular MVPs, plus 3 new MVP cards, and Orc Disaster, which is the mini, which drops all the gold equips from all other regular minis, plus 3 new MVP cards. Okay, now let's talk about the mechanics in Rimuru's Fantasy World Gate. First thing you need to know is there are different types of dice you can choose. There is a normal die, which you can get 30 free daily by completing Shion's quest. Angel die, which limits the roll to 4, 5, and 6. Demon's dice, which limit the roll to 1, 2, and 3. Normalization dice, which always gives you 1. Lucky dice, which always gives you 6. Remote control dice, which gives you the freedom to choose what number you want. And lastly, the blind box dice, which depending on the number you roll, will give you a random dice for that amount. Landing on the controller circles or tiles will start the minigame. One of those is the Whack the Slime, which is very confusing title given that you should never whack the slime as it will disable the hammer for 5 seconds. Basically, you need to tap the deviling and all other pourings, and you need to get 100 points to get the 5 gold coins as a reward. Do not worry if you fail to reach 100 points, as you can try again or purchase the whole 5 coin rewards using crystals. Another mini game is where it's like a memory game where you need to remember the location of a card and its identical card. Completing this will give you another 5 gold coins. Next is landing on the chest tiles will give you a random amount of silver or gold coins. Landing on this grass tile gave me nothing, so I'm not sure if it's bugged or there's a special mechanic to unlock this. Landing on the mask tile is a buff that will transform you to the human form of Rimuru and gives you 2 dice to roll. You can disable the one of the dice if you just want to roll 1, and that is fine. Landing on Ranga will give you Ranga mount buff, which gives you another 2 tiles as well. You can combine Ranga and the mask to give you 3 dice to roll. Landing on a star will instantly teleport you to the closest junction. This is where you either roll to go to the shortcut or to the regular route. Finally, landing on Shuna will open the exchange shop. This is where you can exchange all the coins that you've collected so far to get the following rewards. Okay, one thing to note is when you come into the tail end of the map near the finish line, you will lose all the buffs you got and you'll revert into the slime form of Rimuru again. There are shortcuts in the map, but you need to roll a specific number in order to proceed to that path. Take note that the number shown on the wooden arrow board to proceed to that path is the required roll of the dice, so you can go to that path. The first path will lead you to a mini shortcut and a big shortcut, plus a chance to land to a Demon Lord's Rimuru wing buff, which gives you 3 dice to roll. One more tip is make sure you check on the board quest, as there's a second tab on the upper left corner of the screen to switch to the event board quest. It will give you the random dice box, which will give you the following. Okay, that's basically everything you need to know to the Fantasy World Gate of Rimuru. And if you want to get the exchange shop rewards, make sure to not skip any of the minigame tiles or the chest tiles. I counted that in each lap, there are at least 3 minigames and 3 chests that you can land on. So choose your path wisely and spend your crystals on the dice that would really land you to those specific tiles. Overall, it's a very well-rounded event which gives both free-to-play players and whale players some content to consume. The event runs until October 10 and we have plenty of time to get some of the rewards, but make sure that you don't miss any of the events to maximize your gains. So that's been it. Thumbs up if you like it, subscribe if you love it, and catch you next time. Peace.